Okay, so this actually I didn't write. It was mysteriously sent to me by someone at fairygodmother@gmail.com. It's called A Note to All Storytellers. Imagine a world with magic. Now imagine this place is home to everything and everyone you were told wasn't real. Imagine it has fairies and witches, mermaids and unicorns, giants and dragons, and trolls and goblins. Imagine they live in places like enchanted forests, gingerbread houses, underwater kingdoms, or castles in the sky. Personally, I know such a place exists because it's where I'm from. This magical world is not as distant as you think. In fact, you've been there many times before. You travel there whenever you hear the words once upon a time. It's another realm where all your favorite fairy tales and nursery rhyme characters live. In your world, we call it the Land of Stories. For those of you familiar with fairy tales, I'm known as the Fairy Godmother. I'm best remembered for transforming Cinderella's raggedy clothes into a beautiful gown for the prince's ball, but I won't give anything away in case you haven't read it. You'll be delighted to see it's the first story in this treasury. I understand this all may come as a bit of a surprise. It's not every day you learn that a place like the Land of Stories exists outside one's imagination, although it shouldn't be that shocking if you think about it. After all, if fiction is inspired by mythology, and myths are just embellished legends, and legends are exaggerated history, then all stories must have an element of truth to them. And I can assure you that the fairy tale world is as real as the book or iPad you're holding in your hands. You're probably wondering how the stories of the fairy tale world became so prevalent in your world. Allow me to explain. I am entirely to blame. Many centuries ago, I discovered your world by accident. After a long and wonderful career of helping people, like Cinderella, achieve their dreams, I was only eager to do more. So one day I closed my eyes, waved my magic wand, and said, I wish to go someplace where people need me the most. When I opened my eyes, I was no longer in the Land of Stories. When I first arrived, your world was enduring a time known as the Dark Ages, and there could be a better description. It was a period consumed with poverty, plague, and war. People were suffering and starving, and they were all doubtful that conditions could get any better. I did what I could to help the people I met. I treated the sick, I fed the hungry, and I even tried to stop violence throughout the land. Unfortunately, nothing I did